See, give away. Guest notice Federal University. I win 10,000 naira.
I went to Federal University.
Give away the
Because
comment.
Federal University I went to is far supersedes that nonsense that they call it.
Okay. Is it the University of Secrecy? Because you don't want to mention you.
I went to the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. What are you talking about?
No wonder. All these agricultural arguments. all these agricultural opinions.
Because that's federal.
This guy was just actually why is this guy talking like Lomi soil? This guy just talk like tractor.
You see the nonsense I have to deal with. You see the nonsense I have to deal with on this show.
Well, please, you are a farming equipment. You are a hoe, a farming equipment. I put it on you. You let me be debating a farmer, Baba. A mass com student. I'm a trained journalist and I'm sitting down here arguing with person that is planting seed. Hi guys, welcome to Crossfire brought to you by Life's Comments. I am Jimmy Anishileo, and today we are here to compare two of the greatest defensive midfielders to ever play the game, Sergio Busquets versus Ngolo Kante. The thief on my left hand is Tunde Young, and to my right, of course, you know him, Tosi Abayomi. You already know how this is going to go, who they are going to pick. So let's start with them. So, Tunde, give us your argument.
My argument, first of all, is that your description is incorrect. You said I want to talk about two of the greatest defensive midfielders of all time. You have already failed your first assignment. Wow. Because unlike Sergio Busquets, who was actually pretty good, for once I would say this is our most balanced comparison in a long time. I don't know whether the person that has been smoking Igbo to be coming up with the topic stop smoking this week. But this was a very balanced topic. Sergio Busquets, one of the greatest defensive midfielders of all time. But you know what Ngolo Kante is? Remove that defensive. Ngolo Kante is everything. Midfield, everything. DM, CM, Ngolo Kante has played AM, he has played right midfielder. And what does he do? He delivers in every single one of those positions. If you want to examine their times as DM, the argument for Busquets that I'm willing to listen to, even though I know that my sparring partner is not intelligent enough to explore that route of thinking, so I'm going to do it on his behalf.
That English is too much small.
Yeah, I know why. Look, what I'm saying now is only people that did not pay school fees daily that can understand me. If you went to school and they are collecting your school fees every day, you check out. This episode is not for you. And if your school has grammar inside,
nobody will watch out with that. Now you don't chase up on our audience.
You just assume that all our audience are like you and Tosin, right? Listen to me. If your school has, a adjective inside the name, if they have to put grammar school, as if there's any school where they don't teach grammar normally. Let me go to the point. The point I'm making now is that Sergio Busquets is very good. And the argument for Sergio Busquets here is longevity. That's the only thing he has over Ngolo Kante. Is that he was Sergio Busquets for longer than Ngolo Kante was Ngolo Kante. If you say that, I will not have issues with you. But I know that you will not say that. Because all your thoughts is fufu. If you come now and say Sergio Busquets was finer than Kante, so he has won the argument. Just they argue like a Nigerian politician. Let me put it to you. But when you look at the 4-5 years that Kante was Kante, from 2013 to like 2018, 2019, even wait, Chelsea won Champions League in 2021 and he was man of the match. Yep. So what am I saying?
When the balls midfield against.
What am I saying? Someone that individually
keep sucking each other out. Just continue sucking each other out.
First of all, he doesn't have enough. Secondly, like 2021 Champions League final, man of the match performance, where he dominated the Real Madrid midfield. So we're talking about 2013 to 2021, even though there were spots of injury in between. But that's 8 years of midfield dominance. A player that was known to be a one-man midfield. How many times have you heard 70% of the air discovered by water, the rest discovered by Ngolo Kante? Sergio Busquets does not have a saying. He does not have an adage. He does not have a theory about him. What we know Sergio Busquets for is that he's tidy on the ball. He will receive the ball. He will give it to the people that actually know what to do with it. That's what he does. And to not get me wrong, he does it very, very well. But because the mailman delivers your letters every single day doesn't mean I will not start hailing him for being a mailman. He's doing his job. What's Sergio Busquets' job? Collect the ball from the lanky waste of space playing behind you, which is Gerard Piqué. Collect his sharp before that one will give it to the opponent because you know he wants to give it to the opponent. So, in fact, you have to anticipate that, idiot, it make the ball for opponent. Let me first just bring, please, I beg you, bring the ball. And as soon as you collect it, don't spend too much time. You have permission to do 1 or 2 spins around, as Barcelona midfielders have signed in their contracts. In fact, as Barcelona midfielder, if you cannot also be a ballerina, they might not sign you. You want to collect that ball, just do a pirouette, especially if you are playing against Huesca, Eibar, against people that still have to go and clock in at supermarkets after this match, so they cannot really waste all their energy on this pitch. If you spin around, then you now look up, say, okay, this is the greatest footballer of all time here. Should I pass to him? Should I pass to Iniesta? Should I pass to Xavi? But one thing that is sure is that you must pass. Then no boy your papa when you don't pass that ball as Busquets. You cannot travel with that ball from year to year. In fact, they go down the swear for you from what are you doing? Pass the ball. That's Busquets' role, and he does it very, very well. Nobody can hold it against him. But Ngolo Kante's role is far more expansive than that. What does Kante do on a football pitch? Before you answer me, is everything.
I was not going to answer.
Because I know that your thinking is not. I've said you have eliminated yourself from the start, grammar school. Kante is the literal shield of the defense. No, but when you talk about defensive midfielders, Busquets is the only defensive midfielder that I know that is not required to be defensive. And unfortunately, he's not even offensive as well. So he's just a midfielder at this point. What Kante does, Kante shields the defense. Kante stops attack and starts attack. When Kante first contributed to winning the league heavily as one of the players of the season with Leicester City, by the way, what did he do after that? Moved to Chelsea. Partnered with Nemanja Matic. I'm faster than Nemanja Matic. So that midfield partnership was not even really a partnership. Matic is the guy that, can do what Busquets does. Matic was our own Busquets because once you are tall and you have decent feet coordination, just stay there and be receiving the ball and passing it to people that know what to do with it. Kante is the mobile DM. Kante can run for 120 minutes and he be ready to play another game immediately after that. That's what he does. Spot danger with intellect, then he now has that melanination to be able to traverse the pitch and access areas that Busquets cannot even. There are parts of the pitch that Busquets has never stepped foot in his life. If you look at Busquets' career field map, in his entire 20 years, there are some parts of the pitch that he has never. So there's some blade of grass he has never touched because nothing concerns him in those areas. But you cannot say the same for Ngolo Kante, and that, in my opinion, makes him the superior player here. And the fact that in his own 8-year span of dominance, it was him. Busquets did not have a span of dominance. Busquets has a span of consistency. Busquets in his entire career was Busquets because what he does is very simple and can be done by anyone with half a brain, really. Is that just take the ball, release it. Take the ball. No time where they don't ever concede. And they say, it's Busquets that let us concede this goal because they don't even expect him to stop goals. Just collect the ball. Once you see that you've done that too much, you want to impress them, spin around the. Once you see that Rio Oviedo player come and spin. Give them round matter and say, The end of the season, Tosin and his fellow unemployed colleagues will put together a 2 minutes compilation of spins. Spin cycle. Title of Sergio Busquets. Football made easy at all times.
He said football made easy. That's our guide.
That's what they do.
Tosin, give us your take on Sergio Busquets. Or would you like to pick Kante too?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
This is not super story.
Do you know what pains me is that
your genitals.
Do you know what pains me? What pains me is this, that this is the third time we are having a discussion on an all-time great Barcelona team member, and Tunde has said this player is not what he done.
Wait, who they pick topic?
And
Why you ask me?
And when he says this player is not what he did, he said the same thing for when we did the argument about Victor Valdez and David De Gea. He said Victor Valdez is shit.
Yeah, he is.
We did the argument of Piqué and Cannavaro. Piqué is shit.
He's not
Now
even up to shit in my opinion.
we do this one with
So where did I say Busquets is?
Busquets. You are still dampening his legacy
I know that you don't understand.
with somebody who is a Kante. Kante has contributed into making football stupider in this century.
That's not a real word actually.
Kante has made football dumber
How? In what way?
because
racism is
football is not just about expending energy, running aimlessly. That's not just what football is about. Who asked you for your opinion? I'm giving my opinion.
I didn't talk anything now.
Who asked you for your opinion?
I was going to point out that you were the one that was propagating about melaninated.
Oh God.
Okay, fire.
Use your ability in the right places. You see, what Kante is a riddle. When a player is not good at anything, you just juxtapose him and put him in. Like, if you look at the history of Kante, where was he? At Boulogne, at Caen, just sweeping grass, smoking hookah, and like just wasting his life.
That man is a bona fide Muslim. He doesn't even smoke.
Impregnating women, like whatever the was doing. I don't give a shit. Like, Busquets, they built proper career. Busquets, they built proper career. Like, in this conversation of the greatest midfielders of all time, like, if they put his name in the next pantheon, if they talk about what is a Kante? What is a Kante? You can just pick somebody from Alagbado, he can be a Kante. No football acumen, no football brain. Just running around energetically with an ugly face. Like, it's just
Today called it.
just a non-entity.
Today called it actually.
Yeah, I know
That you are going to
the
talk
extent
about
of this guy.
Today, you see, today called
Just
it.
a non-entity. Just a non-entity. Person, do you see Sergio Busquets? That's how a defensive midfielder is supposed to look like. that's how a proper defense. That's how you look like.
Why do you hate yourself so much? Because you look more like Kante than Busquets. Let me just tell you. In case nobody have told you before, you look like overweight Kante.
Wait, shut up! Look at Sergio Busquets' facial structure. Look at his hair. Look at his hair.
Wait,
Like this. That's the kind of hair you see in Zubimendi, in Rodri. Like, you see, like there's a wave here.
You clearly have a type, but that's not what we are discussing here.
But let's even leave the physical appearances.
Why were we on the physical appearance at all?
Let's just even talk about the game itself. Sergio Busquets, you said Busquets does not have a saying. When reputable managers like Vincent Del Bosque, like Pep Guardiola said, if you watch the game, you won't see Sergio Busquets. But if you watch Sergio Busquets, you will see the game. It's about intellect. Mama, don't be.
That don't even make any sense. Because if you want to say Busquets, you will see the center circle. You miss the entire game.
That is Opolo. This your brain. What can I do? I've been teaching you for over 4 years. What can I do to enlarge your brain? I told you that Sergio Busquets is for people that understand football. Do you want to ascend me to that realm, or do you still want to be slumming it with Jimmy? You still want to be slumming it with Jimmy?
I don't want to slum with Jimmy. But I also don't want to be with you.
You want to enter the realm where we pay me and the rest of the greats where they talk about football. You want the.
What's it mean by that?
You look at someone like Sergio Busquets. You want to see the game within the game. The game within the game, not just the show of athleticism. Not just the show of running around looking for, like you're searching for water in the desert. Play the game.
This is racism. You cannot allow him. To just continue being racist.
It's not about racism. It's not about racism. If you look at the great teams, you look at Arrigo Sacchi's Milan. Let's go into the 1980s.
Of course.
Look at Arrigo Sacchi's Milan. Who was the pivotal player on that team? You see someone like Frank Rijkaard. Is Frank Rijkaard, is he your typical European midfielder? He has melanin too in his blood. But he put his melanin to good use. He just didn't run around like a foolish person on the pitch. He studied the game. One of the greatest defensive midfielders of all time. So when you see Frank Rijkaard's role, you see that, like, to be, this is what I tell people, that, like, to be among the greats, you need to be they need to be able to build a system around you and be part of a legacy. You understand? the sands of time is going to sweep away somebody like Kante.
What's your question?
He's going to sweep away somebody like that because he's irrelevant in the larger picture. He was just a machinery that was able to run around, flex his muscle, jump into some reckless tackles, and at the end of the day, he hosted some trophies, being part of some trivial runs or one or two incidences broke his way. Yeah. If you look at somebody like Sergio Busquets, you can't talk about Spanish football without talking about Sergio Busquets. In fact, every defensive midfielder that has been tailored towards the Spanish setting since Sergio Busquets has been a prototype of him. That's what you talk about, impacting the game, leaving a legacy.
We just they talk rubbish.
Impacting the game, leaving. Where do you want to drop? Where do you want to drop Ngolo Kante? Can Ngolo Kante play in the Italian Catenaccio system? Can he play in the Dutch revolution of total football? Can he play tiki-taka? Where does he? If he's not kick and follow, if it's not monkey football, where does he want to? What does he want to play? What kind of football is monkey football?
I don't think you can say that. I don't think you're allowed.
You are just letting this guy say whatever.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
If it's not kick and follow, what is Kante going to play? What is he going? No, tell me now. Like, does he have the brain acumen to like? You know what? Let's actually, because like I can't pick out anything in Kante's career that I will look at and say I'm going to put him next to arguably the greatest of all time in that position. We're not even talking about like somebody like is he greater than Fabinho? I'm not even talking like
Busquets, Abi? No, he's not actually.
Is Kante greater than Fabinho? Just objectively. That someone like Fabinho, is he greater than Fabinho? No, don't let me even go to the right card, the Roy Keanes, the Makaleles, the Patrick Vieiras. Let's just even start like someone like Fabinho. Is he greater than Fabinho? Objectively, just be honest with yourself. What did he do? He can run. He looks like you. That doesn't really mean much now.
It doesn't look.
Doesn't really mean much now.
Like this guy hates himself so much.
He looks like
You hate yourself. So, you know, if you seek asylum to France and you claim to be Kante's relative, they go give you.
I'm just telling you that. Obviously, I understand the affinity and the struggle of the black race. I understand it.
The black race.
I understand
part of it.
But please, let's not leave our brain at home and now start arguing something.
But you do that all the time, and
like
you're fine.
Kante. What is a Kante? What is a Kante? What is a Kante? Is Kante better than Alex Song?
That's any point to Kayode.
Is the fact that is Kante better than Alex Song? Is it better than Alex Song? Is it better than Keita? Is it like what kind of is it better than your average? Bring a guy off the street that is selling gala and come and play football. Is it better than him? Let's not disrespect that. Like compare him to his contemporaries. When you talk about Busquets, Roy Keane, Vieira, Casemiro is in that conversation also. Patrick Vieira, the greats of the greats. Sergio Busquets. What I did for Barcelona. You put your chest out. Now say Kante. Will you be fine putting him in a picture with them? Objectively. Please. Forget his face. Will you be fine putting him in a picture with them?
Tosin, thank you. I know that you did all of this now without mentioning anything in favor of Sergio Busquets, but thank you for that.
What nonsense is this one saying?
For what about that on your side? Because
no, okay.
Just go ahead.
So let's come back to you now. So he mentioned some midfielders. He mentioned people like Fabinho, like who else did you mention?
Vieira.
You even mentioned Keita. That's all of them.
Keita,
maybe I mixed them up. That those people are better than Kante. Give us your rankings on these midfielders.
No, before I do that, if I even get to do that, I have to address some of the borderline asinine and racist comments that this guy is allowed to make on this wonderful platform, backed by a wonderful brand. I don't know if such brand will allow their name to be associated with racism. So, which is why I asked that you fire this guy. By the time I come next episode, I want to be sitting across Kayode or somebody with sense.
That eliminates Kayode.
Oh, sorry. Fair enough. Good point. Anyway, back to the conversation at hand, which is that obviously Sergio Busquets is a great of the game. Unlike Tosin, I don't feel the need to to tear down the person I'm arguing against. I have enough gigabytes to compartmentalize arguments. Tosin's brain is like this. So he can only hold one line of thought at a time. And even that line of thought, he can't fully expand it. He will just, once he just pick what he wants to say, he will just keep hammering on it. So today's line of thought is racism. There's nothing Tosin wants to say today again that wants to pass that. Guy, he cannot be better. He's black.
Who said that?
That's the summary.
Who said that?
That's the summary. For 30 minutes. Hey, how will you compare a black man to this fine white man that I want to sleep with? That's not what he has been saying this morning. Which of una stop am? Which of una stop am? When they carry Busquets, Ekman put for face.
You have a hearing problem.
Stop am, make you put your for my face. You know they talk say my phone and go back before.
Look, let us put those sexual attraction to Busquets aside and actually focus on what he said. He said Busquets is a pioneer in his position, and it's not just exclusive with Tosin. Tosin and a lot of his similarly pea-brained coolers think this, that Busquets is the first defensive midfielder to be able to receive the ball and not lose it. For whatever reason, they believe that Busquets is the first to do that. And that's why a lot of them, whether I understand, when did DSTV come to Nigeria? So maybe you are not used to watching football pre-DSTV. Well, let's say DSTV came to Nigeria in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Then before you were able to afford it, like mid-2010s. So maybe before, so there was a lot of football that you missed in that period. And as God will have it, it's that time that Busquets started to Igbera. Because Busquets himself is a product of nepotism. Busquets is Barcelona royalty. His grandfather was a former president of Barcelona. So it begs the question why Pep Guardiola will take his first big job as Barcelona coach in 2009, and then he will have an established midfielder who they signed for big money from Olympiacos in person of Yaya Toure, and then tell that one, because of your complexion, go to centre back. And then now go and bring a defensive midfielder that had never played the first team game in his life and make him a debutant. Great for him. Busquets turned out to be incredible. But it still doesn't negate how Busquets started. From what I described now, does that sound like someone that had to earn his place? Because it ended up working out doesn't negate how it started. Is that it was nepotism. And to address the point about Tosin and other Barcelona fans always believing that Busquets was a pioneer. Who played football first between Busquets and Vieira? Is Busquets a better defensive midfielder than Vieira? Is Busquets better on the ball than Vieira? If you are talking of pioneer, at least I know that Vieira has been doing it for at least a decade before Busquets even broke out. And what did Vieira do? Everything Busquets did, but much better. So Busquets in a way was a dumbed down version of Vieira. Busquets was Vieira without the athletic ability. So that melanin that he has been talking down on, if Busquets had it, he would have been a much better defensive midfielder. Vieira could receive the ball, advance it. Vieira did not always have to pass to Iniesta, take before they collect that from my hand. Xavi Alpha, they go. Vieira at times would travel with the ball himself and go make impact. That's where Busquets falls short. Doesn't mean that what he was doing, it was not very good. But there are people that have done things like this before. Client Sedov did not play the way he was playing for you to not come and say Busquets started anything. If you want to look at his ability for ability, Sunday Olise has been doing this thing for years. Maybe not at the same.
There's no reason for me to be here.
Sunday. What? I don't understand. I'm talking entirely based on ability. I never said Sunday Olise is better than Busquets. But I understand that your comprehension level is at primary 6 level at best. Which is why I always tell you people, if the only thing you can afford is to pay for a good school, do it. Don't let your children now come and be doing like this guy in several years. Are you proud if he was your son? Will you be able to tell people that go and watch my son's show? When you know fully well that your son is going to be there talking like a person that does not have sense. No, it's the truth. Do your parents watch this show? No, then let us reason these things together. Send your kids to good schools so that you can be able to tell people. If my parents thought they tell me, go and watch my child, because they know they invested in my education. So don't just leave your children to be hustling. You can just look at this guy. And that's why I hate Kante so much. He don't hustle tire. Anytime he wants Kante, he just sees himself. PTSD. Anytime he wants Abis player, he go say, play away Sega. Like, he go say, Sega, he hawk tire. To say hawk.
Okay. Okay.
Why did I say that?
Okay.
Anyway, away from Tosin's very real upbringing and back to the topic at hand, which is that Busquets did not pioneer anything. What Busquets did is that he performed so well in his assigned specific role. And he's not the first player to do that. That team of Barcelona was a team of moving parts. Lots of players had their different roles, and I'm sure with the way we are going, because that's not the only topics that this one have, we go still talk with Daniel Alves or somebody, and they will not tell me about how Daniel Alves, like everybody within their role excelled and contributed. You know, not everybody. Everybody might not speak about it. Those ones were just there. Those ones, no, everybody was scoring. So people guys carry third class. So those ones were there. But like that's the point I'm making, that I'm not me saying Busquets was excellent at what he did was not shade. I'm telling you that Kante did way many more things than what you cannot pin Kante to a thing. When Mauricio was talking about can Kante play in Catenaccio system. What is Catenaccio system? If I'm giving you the floor now to explain what Catenaccio system is with your crazy genes as a crazy person, can you explain it? Catenaccio, once they enter YouTube search word, you think say what is Catenaccio system? When Sarri came to Chelsea and literally took Kante from the stereotypical defensive midfielder that he was and put Kante in a free role, what the English media do? Say no, this cannot work. Let Kante do what Kante does. What unbeknownst to them, Kante does many things. Kante is like clay. Literally mold him anyhow you want. He's not one dimensional. That's the point I'm making here, and that's what makes him better than Busquets in my opinion. He's not one dimensional, and you cannot limit Kante's achievement and say he won a couple trophies here and there. Busquets will win league with Leicester City. Since he don't go into Miami, they see if you see those American Walmart employees are putting him through trouble every game. He had to retire and say, I'm not doing this, risking my life every time at the risk of getting shot. And these people are still carrying me and be running like this. He just say, oh Messi, I don't try. If like say you go trophyless for this country. Nothing I want to do for you again. Look, see what Kante was doing week in, week out. You cannot say that. How you say that anybody can just. So why has anybody not done it? How many midfielders are in that Kante verified Makaleli? And I'm not saying this because they are both black midfielders. Okay. I'm saying this because they have a similar set of skills, which is the ability to their strength is mostly defensive. And if we're having the convention of defensive midfielders, is that these guys at their defensive midfield responsibilities, there was nobody better at winning the ball, at spotting and snuffing danger. At the very least, Kante is already better than Busquets at that. Except you want to be irrational and argue that one too. What does Busquets do better than Kante? He probably holds the ball better. Like retaining possession, he does that better. I can't even say he passes better because when you exclusively play 5-6 yard passes, you should pass better. But let me give that one to him too. But Kante travels better with the ball. Kante is more flexible. Kante can play multiple positions in midfield. What Kante does defensively outweighs anything that Busquets does on the ball. It outweighs it by far. So when we are talking of the ranking of the best defensive midfielders of all time, you will put Vieira, you put all of these guys, and then you put Ngolo Kante ahead of Sergio Busquets. Doesn't mean that Sergio Busquets is not good. All of them are on one level, in my opinion. The greatest defensive midfielders are in one category. Busquets is there, Kante is there. They are there for each of their, contributions to football. You cannot say one person's contribution to football is higher because you like this style. Because you prefer tiki-taka football to a more fluid style of play. Would you also say Busquets is better than Casemiro? Because of that. Because Casemiro was not a tiki-taka defensive midfielder. But Casemiro, objectively, was better than Busquets. At least a year before he committed career suicide and went to Manchester United. So, like, when you talk about this, those are what you evaluate. Not that you will just come here and just on generator and be making noise for 10 minutes in the name of making arguments and be saying the most racist and vile things in hopes of winning argument. And you will sit down here and be accepting it. These are the issues that I have with this show. These are the issues that I have. Somebody should talk to me on how we can move on from this guy.
Tunde has made his point. He has listed to him some of the greatest defensive midfielders to have ever existed. What about you? Can you give us your list?
Tunde, and I blame the educational system in Nigeria. The truth is this: Tunde just regurgitated the names I said, and made a lot of blasphemous statements. Me, racism, like nobody.
Wow, who can accuse you of that?
Nobody has talked about melanin and the importance of melanin more on this show.
That is even racist. That is somehow more racist than what I've been saying before.
Objectively, the importance of athleticism in players in today's era, I have advocated it for Manchester United. That it is going to solve a lot of their problems. But the truth about football is this: in certain positions, athleticism and the use of your cerebral capacity is interchangeable. But in certain positions, depending on how high of a level you are in seeing the game, because for me, people see the game in different spaces. Me, I see football as the interpretation of space. That is what me I always see.
How can you saw football from viewing side?
How Baba, you don't talk your nonsense. Let people wey get sense talk. Let people wey get sense talk.
Football from viewing side that window because you know what pay.
Let people wey get sense talk. That's how once he starts interrupting me, he wants to chop his cane. That's it. Let people wey get sense talk. They offered me admission in Yabatek. I turned it down. That's just the honest truth. I never really wanted to watch your feelings. And they offered me. I turned it down. I turned it down. That's just the honest.
Where you go later go?
I went to a federal university.
What is the name of the
I went to a federal university.
university?
I went to one of the most prestigious federal universities in Nigeria.
What is the name of the university?
What is the name?
I went to a federal university now. So there's no Baba, whatever federal university I went to. Whatever federal university. Both of you like sucking each other. And I don't know why. You went to Unilag, you went to Yaba. Yabatech is not Unilag. Just in case you don't know.
Name your own.
I went to a federal university. Whatever federal university I went to.
See, give away. Guest notice federal university. I win 10,000 naira.
I went to a federal
Give
university.
away the
Whatever
comments.
federal university I went to is far supersedes that nonsense that they call Yaba.
Okay, is it the University of Secrecy? Because you don't want to mention you.
I went to the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. What are you talking about?
No wonder all these agricultural arguments. all these agricultural opinions.
Because that's federal.
This guy was just actually why is this guy talking like Lomi son? This guy he just dey talk like tractor.
You see the nonsense I have to deal with. You see the nonsense I have to deal with on this show.
Well, please, you are a family equipment.
Talk for 20
You are a
minutes.
hoe, a family equipment. I put it on you. You let me be debating a farmer.
Baba.
A mass com student. I'm a trained journalist and I'm sitting down here arguing with person that is planting seed. Please, go and water that flower. Water that thing. Make sure before you leave here today, make sure you put water in that thing. Let this be the last time from you.
Please.
Let this be the last time from you.
You don't give us space now. Because anytime you talking and I interrupt you, your teeth go dey strong.
This guy,
Your teeth go dey strong.
they share agbado for a convocation.
All right.
You want to belittle a federal university with a Yabatek. A Yabatek.
Please, Tosi.
All your girls now. What are you talking
Look at what is using to make mouth. Look.
Yeah. Cut.
Let us actually go to the. Let's go to the issues of the
What
day.
are the causes that you need?
Let's go to the issues of the
Smody
day.
201.
I beg. Today you don't do.
This guy studied a foreign road 301. I don't know that 3 units cost.
Oh my God. This man no go kill me. Anytime I want to the final blow.
Oh, bro, I said you should have related that information with your life. You cannot follow me and argue again. Now that I know what you are.
You know what I am. So
See the way we were shading Unilag and Yabatek.
I didn't shade you like this. No, don't get it. I said I got I never applied to Unilag. I got admission to Yabatek.
Wait, what now made you turn down Yabatek and accept Federal University?
I love that. I love that. Busquets, don't worry. Busquets is better than Kante. We are not concerned with that argument again. You will explain why you were studying Salah in school. I don't die. Baba is a mommy.
Today.
Okay, you don't ready to talk.
I don't agree. Busquets is better than Kante. I don't want to talk this topic again.
Yeah, just let him make his final point so we can go.
Oh yeah.
The point of the matter is that people like Tunde, and honestly, it's not. I don't really blame him. It's just as a result of we give everybody a chance, even the mentally impaired. We give them the opportunity to give their assertions. And like I said, if the way I see football, at the level I see football, which is the interpretation of space, you see it as an expressment of
Hey, see,
this guy don't allow me talk.
They will not teach you that one in Lomi soil.
This guy don't allow me talk. I go talk today.
No, expressment yourself.
This boy no go kill me. I no go talk like this.
You were talking now.
Just go ahead, sir.
I beg, no interrupt me. I beg.
Arokodare. I will not. I will respect your noble profession. I will not speak again.
There are people who have a dual perspective of several issues. Someone like me. I'm a farmer. I'm a journalist. Both of them works together.
This guy, he's not even making it easy for us to continue this job.
That is, you see, that is where that is the difference between me and you. You see things from just one perspective. Okay. Obviously, I still had to go and get a degree in journalism at the end of the day, and obviously brushing up on my journalism skills, and I did that. But at the end of the day, you need to look at it that, and it just shows that this guy has a narrow perspective. The narrow perspective is that, like, let's say for instance, I say I'm a farmer, and I'm a journalist. So because I'm a farmer, means I can't be a journalist.
Yes.
So what if I'm farming to eat? So I should not eat. You said that this guy is a very stupid person.
Wait, I thought we were talking about Sergio Busquets and
You see that you see things from different perspectives. And as is the case with football, when you look at football and you see what Sergio Busquets brought to the game, you can't now see someone like Ngolo Kante, who is obviously too. I know what he is to. Once you see that Chelsea Agbero shirt, I know what it means to you people. It's fine. You guys can celebrate mediocre football at the level at which the club and the infrastructure and what you guys achieve, whatever the case is. When you look at the way Sergio Busquets plays, and that is why I said, when people say it's disrespectful, in my own opinion, and even as a black man, to say that, like, the earth is this, and the rest is Ngolo. That doesn't say anything positive about the attributes of Ngolo Kante. If they say Ngolo Kante covers a large amount of space, he covers a lot of distance, that doesn't say anything about his technical ability. It talks about his work rate and his ability to work hard for the team. When you look at football from a different perspective, and you look at the technical ability of Sergio Busquets, you look at the imprint on the team philosophy. That is how you look at football. So when I say Ngolo Kante and it's because Chelsea fans and people who do not understand football, people that they've dumbed down football for, there's a stereotype around Ngolo Kante. And even to a fact that players who actually have a little bit of much more technical ability than someone like Ngolo Kante. They can't see them in a position whereby they can operate a team because they'll just say, oh, this guy is a work hard, he's a workhorse, he's a black guy, he's an Ngolo Kante. Let's just put him in a position whereby he has to work hard, recycle possession, and put in tackles. And that's just the simple truth. So you look at someone like Sergio Busquets and the philosophy of that Spanish team, the philosophy of the Barcelona team, different iterations of the Barcelona team, because the Barcelona team that was able to win the treble under Pep Guardiola, the formula is different from the Pep Guardiola team that was able to win the treble under Luis Enrique. Those are two different formulas. Those are two different philosophies. The spine of the team, that is Sergio Busquets. The way he was able to interpret the coach's instruction, the trivomate of Iniesta, Eto'o, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets in midfield, then the three in front, which is Messi, Eto'o, Thierry Henry, was different in terms of the interpretation of what Busquets was able to do with Iniesta and Rakitic, because Rakitic was a different type of midfielder. Unlike Xavi, who obviously was of the philosophy of retaining possession, domination. It was a different philosophy, and what Neymar was able to provide us on the wing was different than what Thierry Henry was able to provide us. But if you look at football from a very, very dumb perspective, you will say that, okay, these two teams are similar. He was just doing the same thing. And that's just literally a very, very stupid way to look at football. But a lot of people will not look at it that way. They'll just say, this Barcelona team in 2011, this Barcelona team in 2015, they are all the same team. That's why he was able to win. You can't sustain a dynasty that won 9 titles in a space of 13 years and say you can only play one style of football. Teams will figure you out. You need to evolve. And that was one thing that Sergio Busquets was able to do. He was able to evolve. Kante was not able to evolve. So when they got rid of what made him super special, which is his work rate, his ability to run all over the field, cover the whole world, where is your technical ability? Where is your sense? Go and use that go and use that covering all over the world. Go and use it in Saudi Arabia. You no longer need it for the Premier League specifications. That's just the simple truth. For you to play in a top 5 league, for 15 years, not at Cayenne, at Bolo in the third tier of French league, for you to play in a top 5 league for 13 to 15 years at the high level, your technical ability, and not just any other team, a team that is dominating at the highest level, winning leagues upon leagues, winning Copa del Rey upon Copa del Rey, winning several Champions League titles. But the truth is, if you dumb it down to certain people, they'll just say, oh, the spine of the team is the same. These are the same people that will say, Victor Valdez is rubbish. They will tell you that Piqué is rubbish. How many rubbish players can be in a team that can excel? That's just the simple truth. How many rubbish players can be in a team that can excel? When you look at the different iterations of that team and you see what Sergio Busquets was able to provide, and for his national team also, and that is the blueprint of Barcelona and Spanish dominance.
So we've heard from both Tunde and Tosin. Ngolo Kante, Sergio Busquets, they've made their picks, they've justified their arguments. So now we are throwing the question to you guys. Who do you think was the better defensive midfielders? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I am Jimmy Anishilo, and this is Crossfire, brought to you by Live Score Bet.